Well, greetings. I'm back today with another game from the 1984 Community Replay Project, where dozens of people have come together to replay the 1984 baseball season in its entirety. It's now into September. You can play with whatever game engine you want, and today I'll be playing with APBA Baseball and the basic game. And I have a contest between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. My first game I did on YouTube was a battle for last place in the AL West. This one's a battle for last place in the National League West between Braves and Giants. At least it is in the replay. It wasn't so much in real life. As you look at the standings on September 7th, 1984, and that's where we are today, September 7th. The Braves were 69 and 71, almost at 500, and in third place in the NL West. They would end up finishing 80 and 82, tying for second place. The Giants on September 7th were 58 and 82, deep into last place in the NL West. Would also finish in last place at 66 and 96. But the Braves have underachieved here in the community replay. The Giants have overachieved a bit, and so these are the 5th and 6th place teams right now. Atlanta 64 and 76, 5 games behind their real life pace. The Giants 62 and 78 in the replay, 4 games above their real life pace. So the Braves have a 2-game lead over the Giants for last place heading into this 3-game series. This is the first of 3 between the Giants and the Braves. Giants actually won all 3 in real life, including this one by a 6-5 score. So we'll see how that goes. Again, we're playing APBA Basic. I have the 1984 original set, but I don't have all the players. I only have the extra players that APBA provided that year. I just have the 20 or so cards. So I went to Steve's APBA card computer to print off cards of the folks that I didn't have. So you see these white ones. These are ones from the computer, but we'll make those work today. So here are the starting lineups. First for the 84 Braves, leading off and playing left field, Milt Thompson. Shortstop is Rafael Ramirez. Right fielder, Brad Kaminsky. Center fielder is Dale Murphy. First baseman's Chris Chambliss. Third baseman's Randy Johnson, not the Randy Johnson you're thinking of, but an infielder for the Braves, Randy Johnson. Second base, Paul Zavella. The catcher is Alex Trevino. And on the mound for the Braves, Pascual Perez. Perez, we'll say, not his numbers are interesting in the replay. He went 14 and 8 over the entirety of the real life 1984 season, but he is currently 8 and 13. He had a real life ERA of 3.74. It's just 3.32 here in the replay. So better ERA, much worse win-loss record. For the Giants, leading off and playing center field, it's Dan Gladden. Second baseman's Manny Trillo. Right fielder, Joel Youngblood. First baseman, Scott Thompson. The catcher is Bob Brenly. Third baseman is Chris Brown. Left fielder is Rob Deere. Shortstop is Johnny LeMaster. And the starting pitcher, Mark Grant. Grant, 3 and 5, a 5.40 ERA in the replay. In real life, he was 1 and 4 with a 6.37 ERA. So, Braves at Giants. Can the Giants close the gap and try to get out of last place, or will the Braves keep them there? We'll see. I'm going to play all 3 games in this series, but just the first one here on YouTube for the project. So, let's play ball. Milt Thompson will lead off top of the first again, playing the APBA basic game. Mark Grant for the Giants is a DY. Perez for the Braves, CYZ. We'll see how it goes for them. Could be a lot of runs here today with C and D pitchers. So Milt Thompson leads off for the Braves. And Milt Thompson, in real life, he didn't play a whole lot, I think. He had 303 with 2 home runs in real life, but he is hitting just 125, no home runs in the replay. Grant's pitch to Thompson. 36 is a 14. He draws a leadoff walk. Runner aboard for Rafi Ramirez. Ramirez is hitting 241 in the replay, hit 266 in real life. Another 36, another 14. Grant does not have the Z, so 2 base on balls in a row for the Braves. They've got something going here in the top of the first. Brad Kaminsky, his numbers are on par with real life, 203, 8 home runs in 1984, 217, 11 home runs in the replays. What does he do here? First and second, nobody out. 61's a 30, popped up into left field. Deer has it for the first out. And here comes Dale Murphy, who has been fantastic. And of course, in 1984, his real life numbers 290 average, 36 home runs, hitting 291 in the replay. Right on target. Bit behind in home runs, though. He's only got 25 in the replay. So here is Dale Murphy. Runners on first and second, one out. 54 is a 32. Fly ball to right. Deep right. Thompson will stay put. So runners will stay put. First and second now with 2 outs for Chris Chambliss. Chambliss hit 257 with 9 home runs in 1984. In the replay, 221, 10 home runs. Comes to play with 2 outs. 44 is an 8. And against the D pitcher, that is a base hit. They will wave Milt Thompson home. He will score the game's opening run. Rafi Ramirez will go from first to third. RBI single for Chris Chambliss. And the Braves are on the board. Well, that'll bring up Randy Johnson. Johnson, 279, 5 home runs in 1984, 292 average, 3 home runs so far in the replay. First and third, 2 outs. 16's a 28, and that is a ground ball to shortstop Lemaster, and he throws over to first for the third out. The Braves score 1 in the top of the first. Now the Giants come to bat for the first time. Dan Gladden to lead things off. Gladden, just unbelievable. 390 average in the replay. He hit 351 in real life. 390 in the replay. 4 home runs in 1984 and 4 home runs so far here in the replay. Just Gladden to lead off. 51's an 8, and against the C pitcher, that is a base hit for the Giants. Gladden gets things off, puts one into left center field for the base hit. Here's Manny Trio. Trio hitting 266 in the replay, hit 254 in real life. 31's a 9 against the C pitcher. This is a well-hit ball left side, but third baseman Johnson's able to come up with it. His only play is to first, and he does get the out. Dan Gladden goes from first to second. So 1 out. Now a runner in scoring position for Joel Youngblood. Youngblood hitting 262 with 9 home runs in the replay, hit 254 with 10 home runs in real life. Can he try to tie it up here with a base hit? Probably not. 52 is a 25, and he hits a line drive, but it's right at the second baseman, Zuvella, and he makes the catch for the second out. Scott Thompson comes to the plate. Thompson, replay numbers, very close to his actual numbers in 1984, 306 versus 301, 301 in the replay, as 1 home run, which is what he did in real life. So, 2 outs, pitch to Thompson. 62 is a 14 with first base open. Perez walks Thompson. And now Bob Brenly comes to the plate. Brenly's having a good season, 283 average, 11 home runs in the replay, hit 291 with 20 home runs in real life. Perez's pitch to Brenly. 44 is a 7, and that is going to get through into left field for a base hit. Dan Gladden, they will wave him home. He will score, and Scott Thompson will go from first to third, and we are all tied up at 1. Brenly comes through with the 2-out single, and now Chris Brown with a chance to put the Giants in front. Brown has not played much here in the replay, but he has a 412 average, 286 in real life. 22's a 7, and that is another base hit for the Giants. And Thompson runs home with the second run of the inning for the Giants. Brenly goes from first to third. 2-1 Giants, thanks to Chris Brown. That'll bring up Rob Deere with 2 outs. Deere would become a pretty prolific home run hitter. This appears to be his season debut in the replay. Didn't play a whole lot in 1984 as a rookie, hit 167 with 3 home runs. But he comes up with first and third, 2 outs. Giants leading 2-1. 35 is a 42, and Perez plunks Deere, hits him in the back. That'll load the bases. Perez struggling to get through the first inning here. Here comes Johnny LeMaster at the plate. LeMaster hitting just 200 with 3 home runs in the replay, 217 in real life. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Perez's pitch. 21 is a 30, and this will be a routine fly ball to left, caught by Milt Thompson for the third out. But Giants score twice, and after 1 full inning, it is 2-1 San Francisco. For Atlanta, in the top of the second, Paul Zuvella leads off, and this, like Rob Deere, this is Paul Zuvella's debut in the replay. Limited action, hit 200 in 1984. Let's see what he does with his start. 36 is a 33, and Mark Grant has a Y, so Grant strikes out Zuvella for the first out. There's Alex Trevino, 253, 2 home runs in the replay, 244, 3 home runs in real life. 31's a 9 against the D pitcher. That is going to be a base hit into left field. Here comes Pascual Perez. Perez, an 086 average in the replay, 076 in real life. 1 out, and Perez will try to bunt, see if he can get Trevino to second and give Thompson a chance to do something good. 45's a 14, and Grant can't find the plate against Perez. He walks him. Not good when you walk the opposing pitcher. So didn't have to sacrifice, and now they're runners on first and second with 1 out for Milt Thompson. Thompson walked his first time at the plate. 15's an 11. Thompson puts one into right field between Trio and Thompson. It's through for a base hit. Alex Trevino, he will score from second base. Perez will go from first to third. We are tied up at 2-2 on the RBI single from Milt Thompson. And then on the first pitch to Ramirez, Thompson will steal second. So second and third, 1 out for Rafael Ramirez. He walked his first time up. Giants will play deep here in the second inning. 53 is an 18. And hard hit ball to Johnny LeMaster. Runners will stay put. But LeMaster, he fumbles it, and Ramirez is safe at first. The runners don't advance. LeMaster with the E6. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Brad Kaminsky. He's 0 for 1. And we are tied at 2. Kaminsky put the Braves ahead. 12 is a 12. And this is a ground ball to LeMaster. Can he redeem himself? Flips it to Trio at second. On to first to Thompson. Double play. So, Braves do score 1, but miss on the chance to score a lot more. in any double play with the bases loaded. So we go to the bottom of the second. Braves 2, Giants 2. Here's Mark Grant, the pitcher, to lead off. In the replay, he is 0 for 17, 0.00 average. In real life, he was 0 for 17, a 0.00 average. Now he will surpass his season at-bat total here, but still looking for a hit, and there are not very many hits on Mark Grant's card. 31. It's a hit on a lot of cards, but 31 on Mark Grant is a 13. Perez strikes him out. I bring Dan Gladden back to the plate for the second time. He singled his first time up. This time, 41's a 28 ground ball to the shortstop Ramirez. Throws to first, 2 outs. And now Manny Trio, he's 0 for 1. 36 is a 14. Perez walks Trio. Giants have a runner on with 2 outs. Joel Youngblood's 0 for 1. 26 is a 30. Deep fly to left, but not deep enough. Milt Thompson has it at the warning track for the third out. So for the first time, nobody scores in their at bat. And we go to the third, tied at 2. Here's Dale Murphy, 0 for 1 today. Having a big 1984. Can he do anything here for the Braves? 53 is a 16. And that will be deposited into center field in front of Dan Gladden for a leadoff single. Runner aboard. Here's Chris Chambliss. He had a single in his first at-bat, drove in a run in the first inning. 43 is a 29. And there's a Y on the 29, so Grant will strike out Chambliss for the first out. Now Randy Johnson, he is 0 for 1. 51's an 8, and that is a base hit into center field. Murphy will stop at second. Scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, threatening here in the third. First and second, 1 out for Paul Zuvella. He struck out his first time up. First at-bat of the season. This is his second. 52's a 27. Not good news for the Braves. Ground ball to Chris Brown at third. Throws to Trio at second. On to first. Another double play for the Giants. And that ends top of the third. No runs. Still tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the third. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Giants, beginning with Scott Thompson. He walked his first time up. 64 is a 37. He'll look at strike 1. 61's a 24. Hit up the middle, but Rafael Ramirez gets there. He gets to it. He picks it. He takes the grounder. He throws to first. 1 away. Here's Bob Brenly, RBI single in the first inning. 36 is a 33. And there's a Y. Perez has the Y. He strikes out Brenly. 2 outs. Chris Brown had an RBI single in the first inning. This time 35 is a 9, but against the C pitcher, that is an infield pop-up, and it'll be taken by the third baseman, Johnson, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Perez. So after giving up 2 runs in the first inning, Perez doesn't give up anything in the second and the third. We go to the fourth, still tied at 2. 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for Atlanta. Here's Alex Trevino. He singled his first time up. 65's a 35 ground ball right side. Scott Thompson has it, and he takes himself, tags first, 1 out. Pascual Perez, he walked his one time up. This time he makes contact, but it's a ground ball right at the second baseman, Manny Trio. Easy throw to first, 2 away. Back to the top of the order, Milt Thompson. He has walked and singled. Grant keep him off the base paths this time. Yes, he does. 62 is a 32, and that is a fly ball to right. Joel Youngblood has it. A 1-2-3 inning for Mark Grant. On to the bottom of the fourth, still tied at 2. Rob Deere was hit by a pitch his first time up. This time, 51's a 14. He's on base again. This time, via a base on balls. Leadoff runner on for the Giants in the fourth is Johnny LeMaster, 0 for 1 today. 64 is a 13. Perez strikes him out. Here's the pitcher Mark Grant, as he has really no chance to get a hit. He will attempt to sacrifice, see if he can get Deer over to second. 55 is a 13 as a foul strike on the bunt. 32 is a 26, and that he does get the bunt down, and it's a good one on the right side. Chambliss picks it up, throws to Zavella covering first. Successful sacrifice, and Deer goes to second base. So, runner in scoring position, 2 outs for Dan Gladden. Came in today hitting .390 in the replay, and he is 1 for 2 at the plate. So, can Dan Gladden put the Giants ahead here? 24 is a 13. Perez strikes out Gladden, and that ends the fourth inning. Still tied 2-2. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Atlanta here in the fifth. Starting with Rafael Ramirez. He's reached base twice, once via walk, once by error. And 13 is a 23. He's going to get on base again by an error. This is a fly ball into center field, and Dan Gladden muffs it. He drops the fly ball. Ramirez, he will stay at first on the error. 2 errors now for the Giants, both times with Ramirez at the plate. So here's Brad Kaminsky. He's 0 for 2. 33 is an 8 against the D pitcher. That is going to be a base hit into center field. Ramirez stops at second. Nobody out. 2 runners on base, and here's the guy you want at the plate, Dale Murphy. It's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Pitch to Murphy. 15's an 11. Base hit into right center field. They're going to send Ramirez, and he will score. Kaminsky will go from first to third. RBI single for Dale Murphy, and the Braves now lead 3-2. On the first pitch to Chris Chambliss, Dale Murphy will steal second. So, second and third, nobody out. Here's Chris Chambliss, who is 1 for 2. Drove in a run in the first inning. Top of the fifth, only 1-run game. I guess Giants play deep. 21's a 30. Fly ball to left field. And shallow enough that Kaminsky will not try to score. He will stay put. And that is the first out. Randy Johnson. Can he come through? 1 out. Runners in second and third. Johnson's 1 for 2 today. 56 is a 34, and that's an infield pop-up taken by the shortstop LeMaster. 2 away. Can Grant keep this to just a 1-run inning? He's gotten the last 2 outs. Can he finish it off here? Paul Zavella, he is 0 for 2 in his debut. Nope, Paul Zavella. That 11 is a 7, and that is a base hit into left center field. Kaminsky will score. They're going to send Murphy. Gladden's throw to the plate. Murphy's safe. He scores. 5-2 Braves. Zavella with a 2-run single, and then he went to second on the throw home. So, first hit of the season for Paul Zavella, and it's a big one. 5-2 Braves. Alex Trevino is 1 for 2. Two outs, runner on second. Pitch to Trevino. 32 is a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman trio. He throws to first. The Giants get out of it, but Braves score 3 runs. Now lead 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for the Giants. Manny Trio leads off. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. 44 is an 8 against the C pitcher. That is a base hit. There's Joel Youngblood, who is 0 for 2. 53 is a 19. And Youngblood puts one into left field. Thompson comes running in, dives, can't get to it. It's going to fall. Then it's going to be a base hit. Thompson dives, can't make the catch. Trio goes from first to second. After giving up 3 in the top of the fifth, Giants looking to make some noise here in the bottom of the fifth. Nobody out. 2 runners on for Scott Thompson. It's 0 for 1 with a walk. 23 is a 27. Slow roller toward third. Johnson charges, throws to second to Zavella, throws to first to Chambliss. It's a double play. So they get the first 2 outs. Manny Trio does go from second to third. They turn 2. And now Bob Brenly, 1 for 2, RBI single back in the first inning. Giants haven't scored since the first. Got a runner on third here with 2 outs. Perez's pitch to Brenly. There's a 32 is a 26, and that is a ground ball right side, taken cleanly by Zavella. Flips it over to Chambliss, side retired. So Giants had 2 runners on with nobody out, runner on third with 2 out. Can't do anything with it. Still 5-2 Atlanta as we go to the top of the sixth. Pascual Perez to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. 65 is a 35, weak ground ball right side, taken by the first baseman Thompson all by himself, 1 away. Mill Thompson's 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. 32, 26 hit up the middle. Manny Trio able to get to it. Throws across his body back to first. 2 outs. Rafi Ramirez has reached base all 3 times, but doesn't have a hit yet. He has walked and reached base twice by errors. This time, though, Trio will make the play. It's ground ball at the second baseman. No problem for him. Throws to first. And that is, after a rough 5th inning, Mark Grant has a 1-2-3 6th inning for the Giants. Here comes Chris Brown to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Brown's 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single in the first inning. 45's a 14. Perez issues a leadoff walk. Now Rob Deere was hit by a pitch his first time up, walked his second time up. So still doesn't have an official. This is his season debut. He still doesn't have an official at bat. See what he does here. Brown on first base. Rob Deere, that 33, and on Deere's card here, a 33 is a 1. It is back. It is deep. It is gone. Rob Deere with the 2-run home run, first of his career, and it's 5 for Atlanta now. Pretty good card for Deere here. 11 ones on 11, 33, and 66, and then a bunch of ones on his second column as well. So didn't have a lot of at-bats in 1984, but did have 3 home runs in that limited action, which gives him a lot of ones on his card. And he took advantage of it there. 5 for Atlanta now in the bottom of the 6th. Oops. So here comes Johnny LeMaster, who is 0 for 2. Giants are back in it. 36 is a 33. There's a Y. Perez strikes out LeMaster. Mark Grant has given up 5 runs and 8 hits in 6 innings. I think his day is done. Giants will bring up Dusty Baker to pinch hit. Baker, 292 average, 3 home runs in 1984 in real life, and the replay he's hitting 277 with 2 home runs. So looking to get something going for the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out, nobody on. He just might. 33 is a 7, hit into right field, and that's a base hit for Dusty Baker. Comes Dan Gladden, 1 for 3 today. I mean, hitting 390. 62's at 27. Ground ball to Johnson at third. Throws to Zavella at second. Gets the lead runner on to first. Nope, Gladden beats it out. So no double play. It is the fielder's choice and the second out of the inning. So here's Manny Trio, 1 for 2 with a walk, and he keep things going here in the 6th for the Giants. 63's A31. Shallow fly ball to center field. Murphy rushes in. He will get there and make the catch. And that ends the 6th inning. Giants score twice on the Rob Deere home run and get back to within a run, 5-4 Atlanta. Giants need a new pitcher, and it will be Greg Minton. Minton is straight C. And Minton, in real life, went 4-9 with a 3.76 ERA and 19 saves. In the replay, he's 3-2 with a 3.39 ERA and 18 saves. He will be facing the 3-4-5 hitters for the Braves here in the top of the 7th, starting with Brad Kaminsk, who is 1 for 3. 23's a 27. Oops, we got to put in Minton here. 27 is a ground ball to the third baseman, Brown. He fields it cleanly, throws across the diamond, 1 away. Here's Dale Murphy. He is 2 for 3, an RBI single in the 5th inning. Had a big game in the real life game on September 7th. He went 3 for 4 with a home run. Looking to go 3 for 4 with a base hit here. Nope, 36 is a 33, and this is an infield pop-up taken by the second baseman Trio. 2 outs. Comes Chris Chambliss, 1 for 3 with an RBI. 26 is a 32, fly ball to right. Joe Youngblood has it. Easy inning for Greg Minton. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. After the 7th inning stretch, the Giants will have the heart of their order up. 3, 4, 5 hitters, beginning with Joel Youngblood. Perez went 7 innings in real life, so we will, with similar numbers to what he's got now. So we'll let Perez come back and pitch the 7th here. Joel Youngblood is 1 for 3 off of Perez. Here's the pitch to start the bottom of the 7th. 22's a 7. Youngblood goes the opposite way, finds the hole between Zavella and Chambliss. Joel Youngblood has a leadoff single. Both teams now have 8 hits in this game. Scott Thompson's 0 for 2 with a walk. Scott Thompson with a 66, and he will roll on his second column. Thompson just 1 home run, both in the replay and in his real-life season. That 21 is a 6, and he puts it down the right field line into the corner. What will they do with Joel Youngblood? Youngblood is not fast, so he will stop at third base. Scott Thompson has a big double. And there are runners on second and third with nobody out. Giants threatening here, trailing by 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Bob Brenly's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Let's see. Do we go to the pen yet? See if we can get through here. Braves will bring the infield in to face Brenly, who's 1 for 3, we said. 44 is a 7, and that is going to be hit into left center field. Youngblood will score. They will send Thompson. Murphy throws home. Play at the plate. Thompson is safe. 2 runs for the Giants. They now lead 6-5. Brenly with a 2-run single, giving him 3 RBI on the day, and he went to second on the throw home. So, Giants lead 6-5 on the single by Brenly. And now, still nobody out, and I think that will be it for Pascual Perez. They will go to Gene Garber, who is a BZ. Garber actually took the loss in this game in real life. Garber. Let's see. Garber, in action in real life, 1984, 3-6 record, a 3.06 ERA and 11 saves. In the replay, he's 4-8, a 3.22 ERA with 4 saves. So he's got to come in and do something here with the runner on second, nobody out. Chris Brown, the hitter. 34 is a 31, and he'll get the first out on a fly ball to center field. Dale Murphy has it 1 away. Now Rob Deere, who has had quite a debut, hit by a pitch, walk, and a 2-run home run. What does he do this time? 16 is a 13. Garber strikes out Deere, 2 away. Johnny Lemasters 0 for 3 with the 2 strikeouts. Garber finish him off. 35 is a 39. And however unlikely as it may seem, Rob Brenly attempted to steal third base, and Alex Trevino gunned him down. He is out. So that'll end the bottom of the 7th. The Giants score twice in the 6th, twice in the 7th. They go from a 5-2 deficit to a 6-5 lead. And now the Braves come to bat in the top of the 8th. 6, 7, 8 hitters, starting with Randy Johnson, who is 1 for 3. 35 is a 9, but against Minton, the C pitcher, that'll just be an infield pop-up. Caught by the third baseman, Brown. Now Paul Zuvella is 1 for 3. At 31's a 14, Minton walks him. Alex Trevino is 1 for 3. Runner on first with 1 out. Trevino will swing away. 62's a 27. Ground ball to the third baseman, Brown. He'll throw to second to Trio to get the lead runner, and that's all they'll get. So, Gene Garber, the pitcher, comes to the plate. They will go to a pinch hitter. Claudel Washington will come to bat. Washington having an excellent replay, 286 average, 19 home runs. Right on target with his real life numbers, a 286 average, 17 home runs. So they need him to do something here with 2 outs, a runner on first in the 8th, trailing by a run. Minton's pitch to Washington. 15's an 11, and yes, he will. He will put it into right field. It's a base hit. Trevino will go from first to third. And then on the first pitch to Milt Thompson, Claudio Washington steals second base. And the Braves have runners on second and third with 2 outs for Milt Thompson, 1 for 3 today with a walk. And has driven in 1 run already. Can he tie this game up? Can he put the Braves ahead? 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch to Milt Thompson. No, 26 is a 27. That is going to be a routine grounder to the third baseman, Brown. He'll throw over to first in time to get Thompson, and the Giants get out of the jam. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves will need a new pitcher. They'll bring in Donnie Moore, BYZ. Moore in the replay, 2-7, a 3.38 ERA and 16 saves. Real life, a 4-5 record, 2.94 ERA, 16 saves. Trailing in this one, though, and he needs to get the Giants, set the Giants down here in the 8th to try to give the Braves a chance in the 9th. Okay, so Donnie Moore now pitching, facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, starting with Johnny LeMaster, who is 0 for 3. 64 is a 13. Moore strikes out LeMaster. Greg Minton was the Giants' closer, and I don't think they want to bring him out. So they're going to let Minton hit here in the 8th. 52 is a 25. He does make contact, but it's just a ground ball to the second baseman. Zavella throws to first, 2 outs. Stan Gladden, 1 for 4 on the day. Needs a hit here to keep his 390 average intact. Nope, 23 is a 27, and a ground ball to the third baseman, Johnson. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Donnie Moore. And we go to the 9th. Giants leading 6-5. The Braves down to the last 3 outs. They do have their big guns coming up. Rafi Ramirez will lead things off, followed by Kaminsky and Murphy, 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Atlanta here in the top of the 9th. So Ramirez, 0 for 3, but has reached base 3 times, twice via error, once via walk. Minton's pitch to start the 9th inning. 34 is a 31, and that is a routine fly ball to center field. And Gladden has this one for the first out. Brad Kaminsky is 1 for 4. 55 is a 9, but against the C pitcher. Infield pop-up. Chris Brown has it. The Braves are down to their last out. And it's up to Dale Murphy, who is 2 for 4 today as an RBI. Greg Minton. Pitch to Dale Murphy. 24 is a 13. Minton strikes out Murphy, and that's the ball game. San Francisco Giants have beaten the Atlanta Braves 6-5 to begin their 3-game series. And now the Giants improved to 63 and 78. The Braves dropped to 64 and 77. So the Braves with just a 1-game lead over the Giants for last place in the National League West. The Braves, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 8 runners left on base. The Giants, 6 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 7 runners on base. Giants, among their 10 hits, multi-hit games by Joel Youngblood and Bob Brenly. Brenly had a big game with 3 runs batted in, an RBI single in the first inning, a 2-run single in the 7th inning. 2 extra base hits for the Giants, a double by Scott Thompson, and the big 2-run homer by Rob Deere in the 6th inning. Mark Grant, 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. But let's see, the Giants took the lead in the 7th when Minton was, Grant pitched the top of the 6th. Actually, Minton will get the win because Giants got Because Minton was pitching in the top of the 7th. Giants went ahead in the bottom of the 7th, so Greg Minton will get the win. 3 innings of relief, just 1 hit and 1 walk, no runs, and 1 strikeout. For the Braves, 9 hits, none went for extra bases. Only Dale Murphy had a 2-hit game. Paul Zavella, only Brave with 2 runs batted in. Pascual Perez, 6 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Pitched 5 good innings, but fell apart in the 6th and the 7th. Gene Garber pitched a scoreless inning. Donnie Moore pitched a scoreless inning. So that is all from Candlestick Park, where the 1984 Giants have beaten the 1984 Braves 6-5. This game from September 7th, 1984, part of the 1984 Community Replay Project. I'll have this one up on YouTube. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously you are. It is on YouTube. And then games 2 and 3, I have also signed up for. I won't play those on YouTube, but if you want to see how they turned out, well, obviously you can go to the Community Replays site, but I also write up all my projects on my own website, rogersportsgames.com. So if you want to see what happened in games 2 and 3 of the Braves Giants series, you can see that there, as well as everything that's going on with the rest of my projects. So sign off here. Thanks so much for watching this and hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please like and subscribe for more APBA baseball and other things that I do here on the channel. Thanks.